Here we go, round and round. Hey, Josh. Or you got a phone call at 1 o'clock, correct? Man, so you could have done the show. Josh, I was hoping you could do the show today for your birthday. Happy birthday, Josh, 22 years old. Every day we begin Real Estate 101, we always give a shout out to somebody. Today, the shout out is to our own little Joshua, 22 years old. The man came here straight out of high school, tricked me. I thought, man, this guy's graduating college. He wants to come work here. Then he said, I'm going on my senior trip. I'll get back with you. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? Welcome to Real Estate 101. Please do me a huge favor. Like, comment, share the stream. Maybe I can get more people to ask about our instant offer on our home. Has anybody asked you about our instant offer yet? Well, maybe you could start putting that on your story and tagging. Do we have our landing page up yet, Van? Did you know that? So everybody, hey, if you want to sell your house fast, if you're in a hurry, you could be in a situation where you inherited a house, you don't want to deal with all the repairs, you don't know what's wrong with it, you just want to get this thing sold. Sign up for the GTT offer. We'll come out there and look at it. This is the best way to sell fast. Okay? That does not mean you're going to get the most money. We have an option for that. We've got traditional listings, we've got the top dollar guarantee, and we've got this, our new instant offer, where we can get you your money in as quick as 14 days. If you're on here, do me a favor, like, comment, share the stream. Thank you for getting in here on time. We need to make sure that our new guy, little Josh, he's always needs to be here for Real Estate 101.
It's my fault. I should have told him.
Ed, whose fault is it?
It's my fault.
Why?
Because I should have let him know and made sure that he was going to be here.
Van, whose fault is it? Hey, what if he said it's Ed's?
Ed.
Okay. I think most people know what the real estate market has been like since probably last April. Can you recall what real estate used to be like, Josh? Let's move back to a year and a half ago. What was our real estate market like? Fast.
Overwhelming.
Now, why do you think the real estate market moved so fast and it was so overwhelming?
Like, why do I think it? Because
Is there one?
interest rates were extreme.
Whoa, that man, see, you couldn't have answered this before your birthday. So, mortgage rates were at such a ridiculous low. Do you know why rates were so low?
I don't actually. The economy was doing well.
So when the economy does well, does mortgage rates go up or down?
I would say when it's doing well, they go down, right?
No, that would be stupid. No.
Sorry.
I just can't help but be offensive. I just can't help myself. Now, whenever the economy is booming, that's an indication that we have more money to pay for things. So, like right now, we're about to send Ed over to Taco Bell. Do you want a taco for your birthday? Or are you going to get a taco? Mm-hmm. Add it to the list, okay? Because I got a little money. Do you want a taco? Do you want a taco?
Rich.
Brittany, do you want a taco? Van, do you want a taco? Everybody wants a taco, and I'm going to buy. What would it be like if there was $6 in that account?
You get a taco.
I might get a taco. Well, since there's more money in that account, I'm willing to throw more money at Taco Bell right now. So inflation happens when there's too much money in the system chasing too few goods. Do you understand that? So when the economy is doing really, really good, actually inflation ramps up, and that drives mortgage rates up. Okay, so hey, get on the show. Why are you late? Where you been? Did you know you're supposed to be here at 1 o'clock?
No, I didn't.
Did you know you're supposed to really be here at 12:40, setting up for the damn show? Do you think mortgage rates do better when the economy is good or when the economy is bad?
Good.
Why? What would you say to that?
Well, I would say that that's wrong.
No, how would you really say it?
I would would say.
What would you say, Josh?
Dumbass.
There you go. Well, I just said, like, whenever the economy's doing really good, inflation peaks up. Mortgage rates always follow inflation. Well, actually, mortgage rates are predicting what inflation is going to do. So as inflation goes up, mortgage rates are going to start to tick up. So last year at this time, inflation had already started to tick up. Well, it actually started a little bit before that. So mortgage rates were at all-time lows because of COVID. So think about that. COVID comes into our country, and we're shutting the damn country down. We don't even know what's going on. Hello, sir. Can I help you? We don't even know if the country's going to stay afloat or not. We don't even know if they're going to allow us to continue to go to restaurants. We don't know if that. I remember this. I remember I was so worried about some of our closings that were coming up that the county may not even send inspectors out there so the loans would close. Do you remember some of that? We were very concerned about that. So, what do you think mortgage rates were doing during that time?
They were down because they didn't think anybody was going to be buying.
So inflation was definitely going down. Recessions will push down mortgage rates. Ooh, Shannon Wheeler, our PMG man. Good afternoon. Rates were the lowest during COVID. Definitely affected rates and monetary policy.
So it's all just a process of things trying to level each other out. So
Now think of it like this. Mortgage rates are predicting the future. They're looking into the future. And if it sees inflation going up, mortgage rates are going to go up. So during COVID, the government was throwing all this money out there. You probably didn't get any money. I got some money during COVID. I got it how many times? Twice, Van?
Yep.
I got money 2 different times during COVID.
From the government?
Yeah, didn't even have to pay it
Not
back.
much.
I think I got a total of about 40 grand, Van. $40,000.
You didn't have to pay it back.
Didn't even have to pay it back, man. What'd I do with that money?
I got 12 and I have to pay it back.
They caught Van. He's got to pay his back.
What did he?
Van, how'd you get 12 grand?
I'm an independent contractor and I just applied for the loan.
Did you know you're going to have to pay it back?
Yep.
And you still did it.
Yep. 30 years, $59 a month for 30 years.
Okay, so whenever the Fed they had to go to these, or the government had to go to extreme measures to keep the damn economy working, we didn't know what was going to happen. People were going crazy over COVID. It was unknown. Was it like the movie Outbreak? Have you ever seen Outbreak? Mm-hmm. Have you? I think it actually started from a bat or something.
Yeah.
A bat and a pig.
so did COVID.
Crazy.
Well, who knows how COVID started. But in this movie Outbreak, this disease goes around pretty much almost kills everybody in the world. It's crazy how it's... So a lot of people are sitting there like, wouldn't leave their house. Imagine how much money does not go into the system if everybody's just staying home. So mortgage rates went down, and then the Fed was actually buying back mortgage-backed securities, and that was driving it even lower. So during all this time, it's creating a perfect inflation storm that was coming about 2 years later. So in 2021, inflation started rising, and the Fed said, you know what? This ain't going to last that long. It'll be over. We'll be okay. Well, they want the core inflation rate to be about 2%. And this last June, it got up to 9%. That's why last year, starting at this time, the Fed started raising those rates. They raised them the fastest they've ever done in history. It's still not worked out. Inflation today is down to about 5%. They want to get it down to 2%. So mortgage rates last year during the month, what I'm going to tell you, this stat that just really surprised me. Last March, mortgage rates were probably in the mid-4s. Today, or in March of 23, mortgage rates were probably 7s, low 7s. Would you say that's good? That was nearly 3 points higher. So the Fed had this, they've got this crazy inflation. Rates are going through the roof. The real estate market last fall really started to stall. Really started like it was a terrible fourth quarter for our company. Going into this year, I was hoping inflation would start to come back. So John Jones tracks these stats. He's looking at year over year stats. In the first couple of months of this year, it was really looking, how low is this market going to go? How far are prices going to go? I never really thought home prices would go that far or drop that much because I knew there wasn't enough houses on the market. Suppose 2009 and 10, there was like, in some price points, 2 years of supply on the market. Now we're at about 2.5, maybe not even 2.5 months. I think he looked under 200,000 in our market. There is not a house for sale. Think about that. Think about it. Like if somebody calls you up and they're like, "Hey, I'd like to buy a house, $200,000." You can't get one here. So.
Get a loan for it too that qualifies for the loan type most people in that price point can buy.
Well, they can still hello, Andre. So, I mean, if you could go FHA or conventional, you're putting down $7,000, $200,000, but there's no houses out there. So what this has done is it's kept houses a lot higher. So now what we're doing is we're buying homes. They've come down a little, maybe John said 10% from the peak of June. Well, I think he said the median price per square foot was $225, and now it's about $206 a foot. What's made this so hard is rates have doubled pretty much. Here's the stat that blew my mind. Last March in Rutherford County, 588 listings closed at about a 4 to 4.5% rate. This is the number that just man, this is crazy about how well our market is doing. March of 23, 549 homes closed in that month with mortgage rates in the 7s.
Wow.
That was off a little over 6.5%. That was the one stat. Hello, Hayden. That was a stat he went over this morning in the meeting. I'm like, man, I cannot believe that.
Why though? Why do you think people are still buying with that high rate?
Because that's a great question. How does it make sense? Well, there's a lot of people that are moving into our market. A lot of people are moving into Nashville. And what's keeping things up there is a lot of people have 3 to 4% mortgage rates. Okay? Nope. They're not going to do anything. They're staying put. Why would I sell a home now and go from 3 to 7? So what's happened is right now there's about 749 homes for sale in Rutherford County. Last March, there were 855 homes for sale. It's about a 12.5% decrease. There's fewer homes, therefore we don't have to sell quite as many to keep prices up there. Yes, sir, you.
Me and Weathers were looking at the rail tracks a while ago, and 100% correct about what you said on that 700 number of homes for sale. But guess what? Out of those 700-something homes, there's realistically only 200 actual homes. The rest of them
are new.
townhouses.
Really?
Yeah, I was about to say the majority of the market's townhouses right now.
Okay, so if you list your home out there right now, what drives your home either up or down is the amount of competitors out there. So like if you're trying to get a girlfriend, think about this. You're one guy and there's 30 girls in here. You probably got a good chance. What would happen if there was 7 guys and 1 girl? And I was one of the 7 guys. Think about that. Competition changes everything. So if you're selling your home right now, you don't have to worry about near as much competition. So what has happened, prices have stayed up, but enough people are still moving, enough people are still moving into our area to keep prices pretty sticky to where they were. Yes, another question. Birthday boy, another question.
What if, let's just assume that the rates stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in this market and the rates were still at 3%. What do you think that number would be? Do you think it would still be around that stagnant number about 540, 550, or do you think there would be a lot more?
A lot more sales. There would probably be more sales, but our prices would just eventually get to where it was so high. People would how much is that taco going to be?
$1.
something. Well, what if that taco was $69?
You're ridiculous.
I ain't getting one.
I ain't gonna go get one. I ain't gonna worry about that. So the healthiest way is for the real estate market to grow at about a 4% annual gain per year. Like if we went 53% during those 2 years of COVID.
Yeah.
So here's what happened. If we stay about 4% per year, that means X amount of people are going to continue to buy. Okay, so if rates stay down, what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to buy, but eventually a lot less people will buy, because over time real estate's going to stay at about this 4% appreciation per year. It's a little bit more than inflation. So maybe we've robbed a lot of future buyers during COVID. They went ahead and bought now, but now there's going to be fewer sales for the next couple of years.
Right.
But the great thing about our area is we have a lot of different new household formations needed because of how many people move here. Imagine if we're in a town where not as many people are moving. Rutherford County, Middle Tennessee is one of the most, I don't know the word when people are moving into. What's that word, Van?
Sought after?
Nope, but it is a sought after area. What? Nope. Nope.
What are you trying to find out?
What I'm trying to say is what is the word I'm looking for? People moving into here. What is it called when people move out?
Oh, they're immigrating or migrating.
Those, yeah. Right now we're in an area, I think 80 people a day move to Middle Tennessee. 80 people a day. So if you're doing, so they're going to come in here and they're going to look at the surrounding areas and they're going to pick one. So 80 times 365, that's about 30,000, maybe more than that. 30,000 new people, probably grown-ups, moving to this area that are ready, willing, and able in a lot of cases to buy. Yeah. Another thing that is unique about our area is about 90% of college students stay in the area. From Vanderbilt, Lipscomb, Belmont, MTSU, 90% of people, they stay here. And there's several jobs that have been posted, that have been announced, that are going to come here, but they haven't been filled. So there's a lot of things that are bringing people here. So that's why real estate is so local, why it's so important to be local. If you were going to Las Vegas, you wouldn't look at the weather here to go there. You would look at the weather. What's it going to be like when I'm in Vegas? Are you going there for your birthday? So the thing that surprised me is how many houses we're continuing to sell even with mortgage rates double what they were. I think that's a very, very healthy indication. I don't think we're going to have crazy appreciation. I don't think that's going to happen, but I do think we're going to continue to sell. And as rates come down, rates are starting to fall down a little bit. I could see rates getting into the mid fives, maybe the fives by the end of the year. And that's just going to make everything a lot more affordable. And then maybe some of these people that are locked up in these 3 to 4% rates, maybe some of those people will start to put their homes on the market. Because right now we really need about 3 times. I believe we need at least 3 times how many monthly closings we have. So right now, if we're closing 549 homes times 3, we really need about 1,647 listings, but we've got about 750. We're still out of balance. And that's why prices are going to stay sticky. They're not dropping. They're staying put. Do we have any questions? Do you have any questions? The worst thing you can do is not ask me a question. Shit.
Out of that 80, how many do you think?
Out of that 80 what?
People that move here, did you say what, per day? 80 new people per day. How many do you think out of that 80 end up just renting?
Probably a lot. I think there's about 62% of the country owns a home.
So would you say there's more? Would you say there's more inventory for home purchases or more inventory for people just looking to rent?
I think both are tight because rents and homes that are available come from builders building things. Whenever rates started going up like this a year ago, builders definitely let off the gas. That's been another reason why there's not enough inventory. They didn't want to put all that supply out there with 7.5% rates, so they just really cut back. Now it's a lot easier to absorb these prices. because most people know this. I can purchase this house today, and it's my good buddy Dan Elam says, I can buy today, but I can renegotiate my rate. You cannot renegotiate your price, but you can renegotiate your rate. Van Grafton, I've been going long enough. Shut us down. Did you share?